President Bola Tinubu administration that dropped all the charges against Sunday Igboho, the leader of the Yoruba Nation separatist organization, whose charges was dropped by the Tinubu administration for a reason yet to be convincing to Nigerians, is accusing others of trying to incite disorder for calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Don't forget that Sunday Igboho himself was accused of treason, among other terrorism-related charges that was filed against him by the Muhammad Buhari administration. Okay, but shortly after President Bola Tinubu emerged as president of Nigeria, one of the things that were earlier executions of the office of the Attorney General of the Federation under Tinubu was to drop all the charges against Igboho, including the treason charges that was filed against him and those that was arrested with him when the DSS invaded his Ibadan home. That same government is now telling others that are demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu that they want to incite disorder and undermine the rule of law. How do you understand this? And that's what we're going to talk about in this video, because that is the presidency's response to the growing call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, don't forget that shortly after Igboho was, all the charges was dropped against him, all the charges. Before you know it, Igboho reappeared at the 10 Downing Street in London at the office of the Prime Minister of Great Britain and was brandishing an application letter or a letter to the British Prime Minister demanding that Yoruba Nation should be separated from Nigeria. That is what they want, and that they want the buy-in of the British government. And Igboho is walking free, a free man. So what's Igboho looking for that is different from what Nnamdi Kanu is looking for? Okay? Even when Igboho himself was arrested, according to DSS report, AK-47s were found in the house where he was, where his men exchanged fire with the DSS officials. You can go and fact check it. You can go to your Google and go and check, or you go to your AI, wherever you use to fact check your information, you see it there. But the presidency is saying that those who are calling for the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu, that those people are inciting disorder and are undermining the rule of law. But those who are calling for his release are citing the rule of law for the basis for his release. In fact, even the United Nations Human Rights Council in 2022 said that his renditioning from Kenya to Nigeria was an illegality, that he should be released immediately since 2022. But in their response to the latest call for his release, which is coming from several angles this time, including from former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and other notable Nigerians, including Femi Falana and others, and activist Sowore, is to say that they are inciting disorder. Because in a statement that was released by Bayo Onanuga, special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on information and strategy, the presidency described the renewed agitation for Kanu's release as an attempt to incite disorder and undermine the rule of law. In a post shared on his X handle, formerly known as Twitter, Onanuga criticized Sahara Reporters publisher Sowore for mobilizing a protest to demand Kanu's release. He accused Sowore of acting under the guise of activism to create chaos. He went on to say, "You are nothing more than an anarchist masquerading as a rights activist. You very well know that Nnamdi Kanu is facing trial for treason, and you want to cause a breakdown of law and order by mobilizing for a protest. Is this the kind of revolution you envisage for Nigeria, where the rule of law will be violated and your idea of justice will be the law of the jungle? Onanuga wrote. That was his reaction. So treason, trial, if you protest over it, it means you are causing disorder. So nobody is allowed to speak out for anybody who is facing treason trial. But so Sunday Igboho was released with all the charges dropped against him, including the treason charges. In any case, his treason charge is a new thing in Nigeria. It has always been around. Even Chief Obafemi Awolowo was also tried for treason. Nelson Mandela, several other people have faced treason charges. It's not a new thing, and it will not end with Nnamdi Kanu. There will always be a reason for people to talk about something that will make the government of the day uncomfortable, and they will slam treason charges on such a person. Now, the presidency's reaction came shortly after Sowore announced plans for a nationwide protest tagged Free Nnamdi Kanu Now, scheduled to take place on October 20, 2025 at 7 a.m. in Abuja. Sowore had stated, "We now have a date for the historic Free Nnamdi Kanu Now protest march to the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja. It is October 20 at 7 a.m. Now, these dates seem to have rattled the presidency, and they are now saying that it was an indication of trying to cause chaos in the country. I don't know why they think that it's not allowed in a democracy for people to hold peaceful protests. Peaceful protest is part of the things that makes our democracy strong. It is part of the issue of democracy. That's the benefit of democracy, that people can be able to agree and disagree to disagree. Okay, Nnamdi Kanu's detention has been an issue. It's interesting that the thing is getting momentum, even though some people say that some people are trying to politicize it. Well, everything in Nigeria is politics, whether we like it or not. When the bandits are being negotiated with by some state governors, is all part of the politics in Nigeria. So that is the situation. And remember, about a year ago, about June last year, Peter Obi received a lot of knocks for calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But today, everybody is seeing what Peter Obi saw a year ago, that rule of law need to be obeyed. And Peter Obi spoke out in 2024, June 2024, that Nnamdi Kanu should be released because the court has already granted him bail. So why is he in detention? That we are a country of, so we ought to be a country of rule of law, a country of law and order. Why is he still being detained? At that time, Peter Obi received a lot of knocks, but today a lot of people are seeing what he saw last year and are saying, look, enough is enough. Let him be released. So were others. Atiku Abubakar himself, who had been silent on this matter, suddenly has also found his voice. Recently he wrote on his Facebook page, he said that the continued detention of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu remains an open sore on our nation's conscience and a stain on our belief in the rule of law. Defying court orders that granted him bail is an abuse of power and assault on injustice. I therefore lend my voice in full support of the campaign led by Omoyele Sowore for his immediate release or due prosecution. We fail as patriots if we allow Nnamdi Kanu's case to fester as yet another wound this nation refuses to heal. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, end of quote. So a lot of people are intervening, including Femi Falana and others, saying, no, enough is enough. And one thing that is really of interest is that the charges against Nnamdi Kanu is not different from what Sowore was charged with. Okay, both of them are agitators. Both of them are separatist leaders. Sowore, Nnamdi Kanu is a separatist leader. Igboho is a separatist leader. So why is it that Igboho is left off the hook and Nnamdi Kanu is not left off the hook and all that? So that is part of the conundrum in the whole issue of Nnamdi Kanu that is now given a bite, because Sowore has taken it up as a challenge to lead a nationwide protest, and several people are saying they will join in that protest, and the federal government is saying they want to cause chaos in the country. Do you think that will cause chaos in Nigeria? For people to say, let the law be respected, let the rule of law be followed. If somebody is granted bail, let that person enjoy the bail. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.